that just tells you everything that we've been telling you. This is just confirmation. And what's hilarious is this is confirmation from the people that want to pay the money. Sponsors. Oh man, Angel Reese fans are gonna be.
Angel Reese is grabbing headlines, but not the kind that land big endorsement deals. Instead of sponsors lining up, insiders say some are quietly stepping back. And with her much-hyped Reebok signature shoe set for a 2026 release, whispers are growing that the partnership may already be losing steam. The question now, can Reese turn things around before the sneakers even drop?
I thought Angel Reese was a big deal. I thought she was a box office draw. According to her pretend friends in the mainstream media, Angel Reese is a huge star.
Angel Reese's layup woes have hit nearly cartoonish territory. In one matchup, a routine putback spiraled into a viral blooper. She missed not once, but multiple times in rapid succession, leaving commentators scrambling for polite descriptions of the chaos. The footage spread online like wildfire, but the buzz wasn't exactly flattering. Instead, it became a highlight reel no athlete wants attached to their name.
We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me get real serious real quick. Angel.
This season, Angel Reese is shooting 44.4% from the field, a number that might look decent until you realize most of her attempts are from point-blank range. For perspective, pros usually finish layups at a 70 to 80% clip. Somehow, Reese has turned basketball's simplest shot into a 50-50 gamble, prompting analysts to dub it the Angel Reese effect, a phenomenon where high-percentage opportunities magically transform into missed chances, leaving fans and commentators baffled at how it keeps happening.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up. Oh, she's good at it. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Are you serious, guys?
If you are enjoying, please like and subscribe our channel. Angel Reese, in what she likely saw as a marketing masterstroke, plotted to unveil her Reebok signature shoe during the All-Star game. The plan was airtight, Indianapolis as the backdrop, Caitlin Clark as co-captain guaranteeing record viewership, and Reese swooping in to seize the spotlight with her big debut. It was designed to be her moment, a perfectly timed play to ride the wave of what's now dubbed the Caitlin Clark effect. On paper, it was brilliant, until reality threatened to rewrite the script.
Angel Reese 100% has benefited from attaching herself to Caitlin Clark at every... She used Caitlin Clark as promo. Now with Reebok, she's using. This is nonstop. She has attached herself to Caitlin Clark at every single turn, and she has benefited.
Instead, it turned into a case study in disastrous timing, Murphy's Law in action. Just days before the All-Star festivities on July 15th, Caitlin Clark suffered a right groin injury. The setback knocked her out of the three-point contest and, more critically, the main event itself, the very stage Reese was banking on to supercharge her shoe launch. Without Clark's star power drawing massive eyes, Reese's perfectly crafted moment lost its anchor, leaving the big reveal feeling more like a missed opportunity.
Jack and Allen Iverson are going to go and do what they can to promote their player. Like, even still here, like, you had the Angel Reese saying that she was, taking over Indiana, and there's about 15 fans there. And more than more on Caitlin Clark merch than her merch. She pulls up with about 15 fans, and I'm like, take over, Angel, take over. This is her city now. And I'm like, and she's never won a game in Indiana.
The irony couldn't be sharper. Angel Reese, who has spent much of her career trying to frame herself as Caitlin Clark's equal, or even her rival, suddenly found her big moment hinging entirely on Clark's presence. When Clark was sidelined, the All-Star game instantly lost its main attraction, and with it, the spotlight Reese had been counting on. Her meticulously staged marketing play unraveled in real time. The numbers backed it up. Viewership and engagement took a noticeable dip without Clark on the court, leaving Reese's long-awaited Reebok shoe debut to land with a thud in front of a far smaller audience than planned.
Take over your trap. I mean, who's she talking about right there? Because Clark takes over every single trap she goes to. In fact, they gotta expand the trap so she can take over more real estate. Every single place she goes to. I mean, there is zero argument to possibly be made that she isn't the biggest attraction, the one that brings the most attention, whatever. It's not even worth talking.
The basketball gods clearly have a twisted sense of humor. Angel Reese, who spent months talking up her own star power and crowd-pulling ability, was suddenly forced to confront an uncomfortable truth. Her biggest marketing moment relied entirely on the presence of her so-called rival, Caitlin Clark. What was meant to be her grand All-Star Game coronation instead became a brutal reminder of just how much the WNBA's buzz and her own branding potential hinges on Clark. When Clark went down with that ill-timed injury, the ripple effect hit hard. Viewership dipped, engagement tanked, and Reese's carefully choreographed Reebok launch went from centerpiece to afterthought. Now, insiders say Reese is privately livid, directing her frustration toward Clark for having the audacity to get injured right before the league's marquee weekend. For someone who'd spent months aligning with Reebok's marketing team to engineer a moment on the league's biggest stage, the timing wasn't just bad, it was catastrophic.
Plus, sponsors assured him Clark, coming to his organization, would rake in cash hand over fist. But, quote, they didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese. She's not the draw, folks. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Quote, I don't know if we can make that same offer. Cube initially sent the offer Clark's way when she was an Iowa Hawkeye.
But the bad luck didn't stop there. As if the Caitlin Clark setback wasn't enough, Angel's own body decided to join the sabotage. A back injury forced her out of action for 4 of the Sky's last 5 games, with the team offering only the vague day-to-day label and no firm return date. From the sidelines, she's been forced to watch as Chicago's season collapses in spectacular fashion. Sitting at a miserable 8-21 record, the Sky have lost 8 straight, perfectly aligned with Angel's absence, finding increasingly creative ways to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. For Reebok, the situation has veered into full-blown PR disaster territory. Their signature athlete isn't just missing games, she's missing easy layups when she does play, in full view of millions online. Haters have stopped sugarcoating it, and the clips have become viral comedy gold for all the wrong reasons. Imagine being a brand once synonymous with dominance in basketball, now tied to a player whose name is becoming shorthand for missed opportunities, literally and figuratively. What was supposed to be a triumphant, hype-filled run-up to a 2026 shoe launch has instead turned into a cautionary tale in how quickly a marketing dream can turn into a corporate nightmare.
Boy, to get popped by 40 at home. Now I'm seeing the Sky fans. It's some Sky fans going at Angel Reese. Sky fans is going at Angel Reese. And I didn't even think about this. Okay, so Angel Reese, you sat out the game before the All-Star game. Then you played in the All-Star game. Then you played one game and said, okay, your back is hurting. Now you're not playing. I don't know. Look, the Sky fans is bringing it up, not me. They bringing it up. Look. Don't get mad at
Reebok's basketball division, under the leadership of Shaquille O'Neal, made Angel Reese their marquee signing, positioning her as the face of their basketball revival. They invested heavily in her brand, creating the Reebok by Angel collection and planning an entire signature shoe line around her personality and playing style. But personality and style can't overcome fundamental basketball incompetence, and that's exactly what the world has been witnessing. The diamond dust colorway of the Angel Reese one was supposed to represent both grit and glamour, the perfect embodiment of her dual nature as athlete and cultural icon. Instead, it's become a symbol of miscalculation and poor timing. Industry insiders are now questioning whether Reebok might be having second thoughts about their investment. When your signature athlete is getting more attention for missing shots than making them, and when her team is providing nightly examples of how not to play professional basketball, the return on investment starts looking questionable. The comparison to Caitlin Clark's trajectory makes the situation even more painful for both Angel and Reebok. While Angel has been shooting me-bounds and watching her team collapse, Clark has been breaking records and driving unprecedented growth in women's basketball viewership and revenue.
Great ideas, wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and like have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this. Fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of like fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely missing.
The financial fallout goes far beyond the Reebok shoe deal. Angel's entire brand strategy was built on the image of being basketball's next major star, someone who could command headlines, drive sales, and pack arenas through sheer force of personality. At the very moment the WNBA was enjoying record-breaking attention and surging viewership, Angel was stuck in street clothes, reduced to cheerleader duty on the sidelines. She had worked tirelessly to position herself as Caitlin Clark's equal, a marketable rival capable of generating the same level of buzz. The All-Star Game was supposed to be her proof of concept, the moment she could showcase her star power in front of the league's largest audience. Instead, she was left with a flawless marketing plan, but no stage, watching her momentum evaporate at the worst possible time.
The Fever have whooped the Sky basically every time they've played them. And did everybody forget about Barbie Night last year, where Clark and the Fever went in there and she was signing pink towels and stuff? And
the psychological impact of watching carefully laid plans crumble due to circumstances beyond her control has clearly taken its toll. Sources suggest that Angel's frustration has been building since the All-Star Game disappointment, and her subsequent injury has only amplified those feelings. She's reportedly been vocal about her belief that Clark's injury ruined everything, as if the basketball gods conspired specifically to sabotage her moment. It suggests that despite all the public posturing about being equals, Angel understood that Clark's star power was essential for her own success. How do you invest in an athlete whose signature skill appears to be missing easy shots? How do you build a brand around someone whose team can't win games consistently? These are the conversations happening in corporate boardrooms, and they're not conversations that any athlete wants to be the subject of. The signature shoe industry is built on aspirational marketing. Fans buy shoes because they want to play like their heroes. But what happens when your hero is better known for missing shots than making them? What message does it send to young players when your signature athlete is providing low-light reels instead of highlight reels?
Stop it. There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. On TikTok, he's put together a load of Angel Reese clips. And it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses, bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest. And my whole thing is this, dude. She just seems as uncoordinated as a baby giraffe. Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Angel Reese's situation has quickly morphed into a cautionary tale about why personality must be matched by performance. In today's sports landscape, social media influence, cultural relevance, and viral moments all play huge roles in building an athlete's brand. But they can't replace the fundamental requirement. You still have to deliver on the court. Yes, she leads the team in several statistical categories, but the standings tell a different story. individual numbers don't always equal winning basketball. On a larger scale, the implications for women's basketball are serious. The league is enjoying unprecedented growth, fueled by magnetic personalities and rising play quality. But when a high-profile player struggles this publicly, it risks feeding outdated, negative stereotypes about the sport, undercutting the very momentum the WNBA has worked so hard to build.
Like, she is so bad that when Caitlin Clark and her were supposed to face off against each other the other week, the ticket sales went down from $100 to like $5 because Caitlin Clark got injured. She had a quad injury, so she wasn't playing. So guess what? No one wanted to go watch. And if you don't know Caitlin Clark, she's pretty much the GOAT of the WNBA and is the reason why people are watching. No one watches you, Angel Reese. No one watches you. The only thing that I enjoy watching is all the clips on TikTok of you just countlessly just missing every shot that you take.
For Reebok, the road ahead is anything but straightforward. Do they double down, betting that Angel Reese can push through her struggles and eventually deliver on her promise? Or do they begin to quietly pull back, distancing themselves from a partnership that's starting to look more like a liability than an asset? Their decision will hinge on whether they see her current slump as a temporary setback or a sign of deeper, lasting limitations. The 2026 launch of her signature shoe now carries weight far beyond sales projections. It's poised to become a referendum on whether Angel can shed the reputation of being a player defined by missed shots and instead prove herself worthy of signature status. Will she channel the frustration into elevating her game and validating the brand's gamble? Or will she stay stuck in the same cycle of missed chances, both on the court and in her business opportunities? The clock, for Angel, is officially ticking.
You know, in the past, when I said things like Angel Reese is not a good basketball player, I think I spoke too soon. At this point, I've come to realize that Angel Reese, the self-appointed most important player in the WNBA, is not a bad player. She may be the worst player, at least whose name we ask.
The irony of Angel Reese's situation is hard to miss. She had everything she claimed to want: a lucrative endorsement deal, a signature shoe line, and a national platform. Caitlin Clark's health and presence for the moment she'd so carefully staged. It's a sharp reminder that in sports, as in life, even the most meticulous plans can crumble under forces you can't predict. Now, sidelined with a back injury, Angel is left watching her perfectly timed brand play unravel into a cautionary tale. The opportunity that was supposed to cement her status instead exposed a hard truth. Lasting success isn't built on someone else's star power. True stars don't wait for rivals to create the spotlight. They make their own moments, on their own terms. For Angel, the question now is whether she can shift from chasing Clark's shadow to creating her own enduring legacy. If you enjoyed leaving a like and subscribing, more videos are on the screen now.